falling in love. A penguin's love looks like a heart. It is the thinness of necks and beaks settling into each other, the silence of heads and bellies touching. This is the most delicate act you will find in a buried land. This act is the whole world rushing beneath their feet. The map of Antarctica printing itself on the inside of their skin, the negative of their silhouettes flashing in closed eyelids. A penguin's love holds up the horizon when it's mussed with snow. It lasts the length of a continent and back again, over and over. I cannot prepare you for the gravity you will feel, but I can tell you this. Touch your bellies together and lean your head in. Might be the closest you ever get to love. I really do that. All right, the second one is called Broken Egg. The room drowns in lack of heartbeat. Does the doctor understand how hard it is for me to crumple up that paper gown and throw it away, to slide into my panties and jeans, to look at my stomach, which will remain flat? Across the globe, a penguin couple inspects their egg, which has a splice in its side. A tuft of white feather hangs from the mother's beak, her remnant of failure. The crevice is already swathed in ice. While the mother penguin bleats over her egg, the chill air in the operating room makes my bare back shudder. We will both return to the world with nothing. And the last penguin poem I'm going to read is for my children. So I have had a couple miscarriages, but I also have two beautiful children that I'm thankful for. They're here tonight. The last penguin poem is dedicated to you guys. Okay? It's called Perimeter. When the penguin father releases his chick to the sea, perhaps he remembers the longest night, the moving huddle of penguins, his great body hovering over his egg. The memory of his turn on the perimeter is the ghost of a dream, snow-covered. As her child enters the water, the penguin mother might recall cradling him in the cave of her body, the texture of feather on skin. I birthed you into the world of breath, where you might gasp for your own voice. My body became an ark of bone for you, and you came out grasping for light. I held you beneath star and storm, our skin pulsed with heartbeat. Now your blood beats toward the sea. When the time comes for you to leave, I will stand on the perimeter, and I will watch you fly. All right, can I read one more? And then we'll do questions. Okay, so this one's weird. I'm going to try it out on you guys. So this is still really about body as well. I've been thinking a lot about God in a maternal way. And God, like, we say we're created in the image of God, and maybe could part of that be creativity? Like God created, right? And we have creativity, not just in bringing children into the world, but in other ways, like in ways we contribute to our families or in our workplace or ideas we come up with. So I've been playing with this idea of creativity and kind of like God as a maternal or a motherly, God as mother. So this is a poem called God's Womb, Births the Womb That Births God. So you guys can tell me if it doesn't work, okay? God's womb, flecked with blood, nicked from the shove of exponent, cell multiplied by swell of heartbeat, sweet, leafed among vessel and vein, the womb of God, pain. A trinket wind-up heart marks the start of God's heirs, stardust, skin, and hair, limbs wound with string and song, sing along, breath caught in crosshairs of light. The womb of God, flood, sudden, where body floats, fingers splayed, salt spray-coated, pathways forged in voice, in cry, wonder and wide, grasping for something to find, God's womb, mine. So that's kind of the wrap-up of my talk. Thank you guys for listening. They did kind of want me to talk a little bit about publications. So do you guys have any specific questions about publishing poetry or any questions about anything you'd like to ask me about? assignment when I was at Murray State, and I'm trying to think what it was. I know that I can remember my poetry teacher, which I liked him, but he was kind of weird. He was like, I think we had to start with like a really hard emotion, and I kind of started with anger, but then I like fire as anger, but then I think it morphed into something else as I wrote the poem. But I remember him saying, okay, you need to add this line to your poem. A man walks into the room. So that line is in the poem. So I wanted it to be kind of dreamlike. All the books are burning, all my words they blaze, they ash. So I don't know. It kind of, this was just sort of like everything in the house. What if it gets devoured? So I guess you can kind of see like the angry stuff behind it, like your anger devours the things that are meaningful to you. But also it's just sort of about like, do these words really have meaning?